everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a whole year since we got the keys to our house. 29th of July 2022 we got the keys to this house and it has been an absolute journey. I have cried no tears, which I'm so surprised about, but I have been stressed a lot of the time. I really vividly remember that time last year. Waiting to exchange was stressful, and then packing up and moving here to a house that was not finished, and not by any means could we have started living here the day we got the keys. It was just not fit for human purpose. We couldn't cook in it, we couldn't sleep in it, we couldn't do anything. It was, I mean, like, I can put some pictures up while I'm talking so you remember what it looked like. There is a house tour already on the channel. Obviously it'd be from last year, going back a year now, but it was pretty grim. Someone had been living in it for a while, but then as the sale was going through and everything, they weren't living there, and it was quite clearly abandoned. Like, spiders lived in the house. Like, it was, they had taken over. There was no, like, human life in the house had been for months whatsoever. So yeah, there was like spiders at every turn, there was cobwebs. It was a really haunted house stuff. The garden was overgrown. It has taken a lot of work, and I have been documenting certain things I've been doing in certain rooms, and I think I've done like a whole separate vlogs on like the boys' room and the recently the garden and the playroom and the stuff happening outside and with the extensions and rooms that we've changed over and stuff like that. But I thought, because it's been a year, I will do a whole house tour. Basically, yeah. And I can't believe, like, last year, the day we got the keys, the whole first weekend, it was sweltering hot. So sort of like uncomfortably hot. This summer, not the same. I'm just looking out the window now, grey clouds, much better weather to be renovating a house in, not gonna lie. I would have preferred this weather last year because it was unbearable to be working in that house last year. But yeah, it's just crazy. Same time of year, completely different weather. Anyway, I digress. I will start the tour from downstairs coming into the house. I think that makes the most sense. Okay, so coming into the house, first of all, we have this new front door. Just wanted to show you before I close the door. But anyway, the view from when you first come in the house is like this. And actually, really quickly, sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to say the house is tidy but not spotless by my usual standards. I did not have time to clean the house this weekend. I wanted to film this video yesterday, but then I had family come over, my niece come over, and the kids were all playing. As you can understand, it was hectic, so I couldn't clean the house, didn't bother, and I've woken up today and realised today's the only day that I can do this whole tour properly and have it uploaded on time. So I'm doing this now with a house that's not perfect, and I just wanted to say that. So yeah, this is what you see when you first come in. Excuse the dolly. My niece was round yesterday and she left this dolly by accident, and we're going to a kids party in the afternoon, and I put it there by the front door so we can remember to take it with us. And then we have these house shelves. I like these to be in the middle. Daniel keeps moving it to the side because he puts all his crap, all his rubbish around there, and I really don't like it. So I move it to the middle to give the illusion that there is no rubbish around it. When it's pushed to the side, it's really obvious there's stuff there. And I'm always telling him, can you take your absolute rubbish away from the house shelves? But does he listen? No. So yeah, this is the view. We have these sliding doors. As you can see, this door still needs to be planed off at the bottom. It's too long, so it scrapes across the floor, and then because of that, it gets jammed at the top. And as you can see, it comes off the rails quite a lot, and it's actually taken the paint off with it. So we need to do that, and the door needs to be planed. Otherwise, this is going to keep happening. We'll take a right into the living room first. So we have this little half. Daniel tiled that himself. Nice little feature. We decided to do that like last minute when we was doing the living room, and it's really nice. Then we have this kind of oak mantle. We put our remote on there. I don't like it on there. I like it hidden away, but that's where it lives. And then we have our shelves. What are those? What are those? Oh, there are a couple of cards. We had a naming day for Tio, and there are obviously cards we haven't opened. Oh, I thought we opened them all, so there's some, they're not usually there, but we've got those. Love these little vases here. The books that I put on the top, they're books that I've borrowed from friends, so that's on the top, so I remember it doesn't live here full time. I need to give it back. And then we have the bottom shelf, our little blanket basket, which I love. We very rarely use the blankets out of here. It'll be me, if anything, because the kids' blankets we store in there. But winter's coming. Well, it's not coming. We're supposedly in the middle of summer, but autumn, winter's coming, and, you know, I might use it. But this is, I don't know if there's a picture on the other side. Yes, a drinks trolley that my mum got us for Christmas from Asda, and we still haven't made it up. We've decided, because we've got one in the kitchen already, we're going to make up and put it under here so it can slide under this little bit, and we can wheel it out when we want to, when we have people round. Well, that'd be quite nice. Yeah, then we have our sofa. I've recently washed all the sofa cushions and they smell absolutely delightful. They've puffed out, and Luca's just there watching the iPad. Ace is on the little ottoman thing. This is the only bit he's allowed on. That's why it's got the blanket on it, because Ace loves to just look out the window and bark at people all day long. So that's a perfect spot for him. He does occasionally try to get on these, and we have to sort of, oh, what is that? Oh dear, I'm gonna have to get something on that. And we do have to catch him in the act and stop it. When we go out, we have to open up the ottoman, because it's got blankets and stuff in it, and cover the sofa with blankets, because we just know when we go out, he will like be on the sofas and stuff. No point closing the sliding door, because he's realised how to open it. And the thing is, if he does it wrong, because it comes off the hinges quite easily, the door could come off the hinges when we're not here, and that wouldn't be great. So yes, easier to just let him have the space, but just protect the space, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is our living room. Not much else to see here. It's quite it's not a big room. Oh, radiator's there. It's quite a small, nice little square room. I love the bay window. We obviously recently had our windows redone, so we've got those little I just call them square panes. I don't know what the actual name is, but yeah, this is our living room. We will proceed this way. Oh, I haven't turned on any lights. Let me turn on the hallway light. Ace's little area. So we've got his food and water in his bed, and a toy he never plays with. And then the kitchen. Let me turn the kitchen on. This is what I mean by my house ain't like messy, but it's not perfect. If I had the time and I was doing things right, I'd put all this away. So you'll see in that my washing up's on the side. This is the door that we had recently put in here. And then, yeah, this is our kitchen. We just painted kept the old cupboards, just painted them white. They were like an off-white, almost yellow, because they were that old. And we put new handles on. I got them from Wilkinson's, like the black knobs, and painted the tiles as well, because they were the same. They were like this white, yellowy, not meant to be yellow, but because it was so old, it had gone yellow. And then we put in a new cooker, and we just got black things. Like we've got the black sink and the microwave and the tea, coffee, sugar, and the kettle and toaster. Painted this beam black up here because we've got black, and yeah, I've gone for touches of black in here. These, we kept the old, what are they called? Like units, sideboards as well, countertops, and just wrapped them. So that's wrapped. They're originally blue under there. So yeah, this is our kitchen. Not much to say about this. This is not the ideal. We do want a new fridge eventually. This was actually left here by the previous owners. It's in perfect working conditions. We just kept it, but I'm guessing, and we can fit we have a bit of space around the sides, as you can see. So you might have to get like, I think on like a black fridge. I'd love a Smeg fridge, but you know, they are quite expensive, but that's what I would love. But eventually we're going to be redoing this whole kitchen. This is the reason why we've just kept everything as it is, not spent too much money, because eventually we want to do an extension sort of level with that to bring the kitchen out here, and eventually a double side extension that way as well. So it'd be like longer that way and longer this way. So it'd be a whole new kitchen. And we was going to get a whole new kitchen this time, but because we know we want to do that, what's the point? We have to get a whole new kitchen twice in a few years. It just didn't make sense. So I've just done this for now. And then see, so I mean, mine and Luca's cups are still left out from earlier, and just have our dining table. If you've seen like old vlogs and stuff, or like follow me on Instagram, this table used to be in the middle of here, so it's pushed back a bit there so you could like walk round the side. Now we've pushed it up against the wall, and I just think it's so much better because there's only 4 of us living here. We don't need those 3 chairs all the time, sort of like accessible. So if we ever have dinner with loads of people around, we can just pull it out, but it just makes sense to have this space here, and then obviously the boys can access the playroom easier. Yeah, so we just do that. I think it's much better. Got my little Pampers, and these little vases were left here by the previous owner as well. Just loved them, so just kept them. This is the little trolley that I was on about. We got this from IKEA, so we have this in here at the moment. It's just kind of randomly in the middle of the room because I don't know where to put it at the moment. In IKEA, they also have really cool places in their model kitchens, and they use them and utilise them really well. So yeah, eventually I'll find a place for it. And then this is the boys' playroom, which we've recently done. The lampshade is upside down. Like, that needs to be sorted. I don't even know why Daniel put it on like that. They don't have all their toys in here at the moment. It's a work in progress. Just a few bits. The rest is in the garage. But it's nice like this. It's so nice and tidy. It never usually is. We obviously need to sort of sand and paint the skirting boards, and they're going to have like a New York skyscraper, like a doodle wall sticker, so it's like cartoony here. And they want Marvel things as well. In here, we will see. I've done a separate video on that actually. And then they've got doors that come out to the garden, and I have shown the garden in another vlog as well, but we'll go outside quickly. So this is the garden. We haven't, to be honest, haven't really used it much because the weather's just not great, but this is the garden. It's actually spitting right now as I'm filming this. And here's the view from the house. We will go, I won't go on there, it's so slippy on those paving slabs when I wear my sliders. So I pop into what will eventually be the utility room. This is what it looks like. That toilet does actually work. A sink and units will go there. And we're just like storing a few bits in here at the moment, but that's what that looks like. We will go back to the kitchen through the alleyway door. Oh, flies, it's gross, flies everywhere. So come back in the kitchen from here. Now we'll go upstairs. Okay, so going upstairs, it's really dark in the house at the moment. I've just turned this light on, but it still feels really dark. So still at the top of the stairs, little window there, there's the view to down there. And these are the other 3 rooms. This landing, maybe, I don't know if you can appreciate it on camera. Oh my goodness, sorry, the floor needs a hoover. Kids were running around up here yesterday as well, as you can see. But yeah, it was quite wide. Like a standard hallway, like our hallway in our old house was only just slightly bigger than the door. And it doesn't look like it's much more, but it really is. Like, it's really like, it's a wide hallway. And when we viewed the house, it's one of the things that I noticed, like weirdly, just, yeah. Okay, so the first room you come to when you get to the top of the stairs is the bathroom. It has a slide-in door. As you can see, there are still scrape marks along here, but this one slides much better for some reason. Yeah, would you believe I changed this bath mat today because it's the fresh one out of the wash. Not great. Anyway, so yeah, this is the bathroom. Absolutely love this bathroom. I call it the Cinderella bathroom. I just love the blues, and yeah, it is so lovely. I just love it. It looks so much better with the new windows. And when we had the windows fitted, the window fitter done something here, so it's obviously made it good to me to just paint here and here. But yeah, here's our little bathroom coming out now. We'll go into our bedroom. This is the room that's had the least love, and the room I least love as well, because it's just not finished. It's finished in terms of it's painted, it's carpeted, and it's got a bed in it, but it's just not how we would have it, and we don't really care at the moment. We literally use it for sleeping and that's it, but it would be nice to have somewhere where you're proud to be, you know? We don't even have a lampshade in here. I mean, So we have the walls painted the same colour as the panelled wall. So it's just all the same colour, which is lovely. Love the carpet. I mean, I don't mind the bed, and it's all nice. And actually, I do like our little IKEA Hermes unit. Very nice. It's got a few extra things on it that, well, I don't want on it at the moment. Like, this needs to go somewhere, but I need to find somewhere to put it. Like, we had a name and day for tea, which I already mentioned. And this is like a sand mixing, sand blending thing we did. So all the family like chose some sand and put it in. It's lovely. But I was meant to order a plastic bottle, and it's glass, I think. So I need to find somewhere safe to put it. It's not going to be there, but it needs to be somewhere high and out of reach of the kids. That's not usually here. That's a fan Daniel's had on every single night, even though it's not even been hot. It has been grey and cloudy outside, but he has had this fan on every single day. It's not usually there. So there's too many wires and stuff around here at the moment for me. But yeah, and then we have these floating shelves, which I like, and all that. I mean, Daniel's always got a pile over here, stuff on there, stuff on there. I mean, it's like this is looking chaotic. And then we have these wardrobes, which have no doors on. So I just hate the fact they're so open. It makes me feel vulnerable that my clothes are just on display like that. And then I always put like the bag I'm using, like just sort of like tuck it in there. And Dan's got shoes, and it's just not stuff that should be on display like that. And this room is it's just like a perfect square, and it's quite a small room. It's much smaller than our room in our old house. And it just needs a little bit of love. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to actually do with it. But first off, it needs a lampshade, and it needs to be like free of all this stuff. But yeah, I think because we were just focused on other areas first, we didn't give this room much love. But it serves its purpose. But yeah, I need to have a little think about what to do with that room. The boys' room, a room I actually do like. Turn the light on. It's the boys' room. The little gallery wall, and the Pepper House, which, not gonna lie, it doesn't fit in with the aesthetic. It's very bright, it's very bold, it's very primary colour-y, but you know, they like it. It can stay. And then we have their room, their little slippers under the beds at their side, cozy little reading cornery area. The dinosaur doesn't quite fit, but I always try and move it, and they always put it back, so I've given up now. So yeah, quite like, just like this little area. And then their little, it's always a mess. No point cleaning it. It always goes back to being a mess. This is their cuddly toy little nook thing. That should be in the playroom. I'm going to do that in a second. Yeah, this fan's not usually here either. Look at the size of it. The boys do actually get really hot and sweaty at night, so I can understand the need for that, but I don't like that. It takes up too much room. And then a couple of that's a night light, that's like a story thing. And they got their little measuring thing on the back of the door. This is a built-in wardrobe, which we have just put rails in to put, obviously that's Lucas and that's Tio's. And then the bottom of the wardrobe is really chaotic, and I really don't like it. But we're gonna get this bed, they sell with it separately. Oh, that's really annoying that the sheet is hanging over like that. But they sell with it separately a pull-out drawer that's really nice, and it's panelled like this. And it goes under there. And as you can see, there's so much room under the bed. So it's a waste really. So we're gonna buy that, I think. And then literally fill everything that's at the bottom, organise it first, and put it at the bottom of the bed. So that is clear. So it's just to be so much better. And then we have more room. We can maybe get some storage boxes and put some shoes in there or something. Because this is, just wasted space at the moment. But yeah, here's the room from this angle. I love their little room. Heading back into the hallway, and the last room of the house I will turn on is this room. Excuse my toilet roll tubes. I am collecting them for something, so I don't know where else to put them at the moment. They're just there. I sit here and do my makeup, my hair, stuff like that. Look at that, where this mirror always drops, and it dropped once and took this bit of skirting off with it, which is terrible. I have this little shelf which is quite cute. And then this is where me and Dan, if I just close this, this is in here because this is my little, I put this, because it's very light and stuff. When I do my makeup, I wear that usually. But this is our, I mean, it's looking a bit, because we got back from holiday. I've just like shoved everything in there. Yeah, so that's my rack and that's Dan's rack, in addition to the stuff we have on their room. Then in the middle, it's like a communal space where we both put stuff. It's a bit of a storage room up here. But yeah, eventually this room will either be a walk-in wardrobe. So we do IKEA packs, which is why we're not too bothered about the skirting board, because eventually this whole wall will be covered. And then I was thinking about stopping here and then having a desk that sort of comes underneath the window, so I can sit and do my makeup here and have the natural light here. And then again, this will be wardrobes and this will be wardrobes, and then this will just, this space will be here, and then perhaps having a mirror on the back of the door. That's the plan, because we don't have any other, not sure what else to do with it. And eventually, really far into the future, what we'd like to do is sort of turn this into a walkway where you come in and you sort of use it to turn in and go up some stairs. So build like another staircase up here into the loft, and it'll be our room, mine and Dan's room. I think Dan's missing the size of the room in our old house, so that's what he said he'd love to do. So this room would also become like a walkway, really. You just use it to walk into the next room. But then you could also, I was thinking I could make this into a little library for me or something, because what else would you use it for? I don't know. We're just talking about a few different ideas, but that's one that we thought of. And then eventually we'd love to do a double side extension to the house, which means we'd extend that way, and we would block this window off and have a door that you come up here and you turn left and you sort of go into a door, and that's a big room for an ensuite. So you'd have the ensuite there, like next door to this bathroom, and then the whole rest of it would be a bedroom. So you'd get your fourth bedroom back, because where you take this bedroom away to build up into the loft, you'd also get another bedroom by doing that. And then eventually, if we do that, I mean, that would be like an ensuite. So I guess the oldest can have that, maybe Luca, and then you think the other one could have a bedroom. We're just like, yeah. And when we do that as well, we'd have a doorway coming in as soon as you come in that way, and that would be like in the front of the house, a playroom, and at the back of the house, a utility room off the kitchen, which would also be extended with a single story extension at the back. Hopefully that makes sense. It's a lot to I find it's hard to describe what we want to do to the house. It's better with pictures, really. But yeah, eventually a double side extension to the side, a lower single story to the back, and then I don't know what they call it. Is it like a dormer or something like that? But yeah, extend into the loft. So yes, that is the house 1 year on. Really proud of what we've done so far. It's not finished, it's livable and we love it. It's not perfect, it's not like I said, it's not finished. There are still things we would love to do and are in the process of doing, but for having had it a year from what it used to look like, we're really proud of it. We're really happy living here, and yeah, be like so glad to see how far we've come. There are moments during the renovation where it just feels like it's really hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, basically, especially when things are going slower than you wanted, and when you have children in the picture as well. And I remember for ages at the start of the renovation, Luca just kept saying, I miss my old house. When we eventually did move in, we moved in about 2 weeks after we got the keys, when we got it to a certain level. And Luca was just saying, yeah, for ages, like, I miss the old house, I miss the old house. And they always had to wear slippers downstairs because the floor was just grotty and not nice, and the upstairs was carpeted, the downstairs had no floor. And I think they remember those times that it was just like terrible. And now it's obviously fine, you can walk around barefoot, and it's just a house, it's just a normal house, but there are just things we still want to do to the house. Obviously I mentioned about the bedroom not being like, even now I feel so like I hate that it's exposed, but the bedroom, our bedroom, is certainly one that we haven't been too bothered about though. We're really not bothered about spending money on our room, to be honest, but it's definitely one that's not to how we would want it so far. It's just got things in it that are nice, but the room is just lacking something. And then obviously the dressing room is not how I would like it. We want the proper things. And yeah, but it's a work in progress. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I've enjoyed showing you all around. If you liked this video, then click like, subscribe for more. We would love to have you here, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.